Inflation explained. No complex terms, no confusing charts, just dinosaurs and leaves. In Dino Valley, dinosaurs don't use money, they use leaves. Leaves are how they trade, leaves are how they save, leaves are how they measure value. If you have 100 leaves, you feel rich. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You are not rich because you have leaves. You are rich because of what those leaves can buy. And when leaves buy less, that's inflation. Inflation simply means you need more leaves to buy the same thing, not because the thing changed, but because the leaves did. They became weaker. Let's start simple. In Dino Valley, there are 10 burgers and 10 leaves. Each burger costs 1 leaf. Perfect balance. Now imagine the magic tree, the one that creates all leaves, suddenly decides to produce 10 more. Now there are 20 leaves. Still 10 burgers. Did Dino Valley become richer? No, there are still only 10 burgers, but now dinosaurs are holding twice as many leaves. What happens next? They start offering more leaves per burger. 2 leaves, 3 leaves, 4 leaves. The burger didn't become more valuable. The leaves became less rare. That is inflation. But this is only one type. Let's talk about the different ways inflation can happen. First, demand pull inflation. Imagine every dinosaur in Dino Valley suddenly receives bonus leaves. Maybe the magic tree wanted to stimulate the economy. Now everyone feels richer, and what do? They rush to buy burgers. But the cook can still only make 10 burgers per day. Now you have too many dinosaurs, too many leaves, too few burgers. Dinosaurs start competing. I'll pay 12 leaves. I'll pay 15. I'll pay 20. Prices rise, not because burgers changed, but because demand exploded. That's demand pull inflation. Too much money chasing too few goods. Second, cost push inflation. This time the problem isn't the leaves, it's the cost of making burgers. The price of dino meat goes up, the price of firewood goes up, the cook demands higher wages. Now the cook says, I can't sell burgers for 10 leaves anymore. It costs me more to make them. So the price becomes 15. This inflation didn't happen because dinosaurs had too many leaves. It happened because production became more expensive. That's cost push inflation. Third, monetary inflation. This is where things get dangerous. Imagine the magic tree starts producing leaves non-stop. Not 100 more, not 200 more. Thousands, millions. Leaves are everywhere. Dinosaurs feel incredibly rich. They walk around with carts full of leaves. But remember, there are still only 10 burgers. Eventually, a burger costs 100 leaves, then 500, then 1,000. At some point, leaves become so common that nobody respects them anymore. Dinosaurs start using leaves to start fires. When money loses trust, the economy starts to break. And then there's the extreme version, hyperinflation. This is when prices don't rise slowly, they explode. In the morning, a burger costs 50 leaves. By evening, it costs 500. Dinosaurs run to the burger stand the second they get paid. Because if they wait, their leaves will lose value by tomorrow. This isn't just theory. It has happened in real places like Zimbabwe. It also happened in Germany nearly a century ago. When money collapses, society becomes unstable, savings disappear, planning becomes impossible, trust breaks. But here's something important. A small amount of inflation is normal. In fact, most central banks like the Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank actually aim for about 2% inflation per year. Why? Because a little inflation encourages spending. If leaves slowly lose value, dinosaurs don't hoard them under rocks. They invest, they build, they expand. A small fire warms the village. A wildfire destroys it. So why does inflation matter? Because it quietly eats your savings. If you saved 1,000 leaves under your bed and prices double, you didn't lose leaves, but you lost purchasing power. Inflation doesn't steal your leaves. It steals what they can buy, and the dinosaurs who suffer most? Usually the ones who hold only leaves, not land, not businesses, not assets, just leaves. So next time you see prices going up, don't just ask, why is everything more expensive? Ask, are there fewer burgers, or are there just too many leaves? Because inflation isn't about burgers becoming better, it's about leaves becoming weaker, and in Dino Valley, the strength of the leaves determines the fate of every dinosaur. If you enjoyed this, remember, prices don't just go up. Something changed in the jungle, and most of the time it's the leaves. For more dino economics, like the video and subscribe to the channel.